What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So today we're going to talk about the Social Security Fairness Act, the elimination of WEP and GPO. There are a couple things that I want to talk about today. One is there's a resource on the Social Security website, and we can re-engineer this resource that they have there, and you can get a good idea of what you could be looking at when it comes to WEP, the elimination of WEP and GPO. So if you are already in a situation where you're receiving Social Security benefits, they've been reduced, but you don't know exactly the amount that's being reduced, we have a way where we can look into it and kind of see, okay, it's probably around this range. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing, and shout out to R-Rod, he sent me an email a couple of days ago, and he was talking about maybe we could see the first increase as a result of WEP and GPO being eliminated. And so I'm going to put my 2 cents in when it comes to what he was saying. And so that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, go over to Blue Sky. You can follow me on Blue Sky. I'll have a link. It'll be in the comment section. It'll be pinned at the very top. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is it possible for us to see this increase in February? That's very possible. Now, I shouldn't say very possible. I'm going to say that's possible. I don't like to go too far on a limb when it comes to saying things when, the government's going to do this, government's going to do that, because we have no idea. We really don't. And we know that in 9 days, we're going to see a transition. And so we're going to have one president going out, new president coming in, new administration, all of that stuff. And so at this point, it would be nice. It would be great if we could see that increase reflected in February. But there are no guarantees. There really are. Now, you would think it would be easy. All they need to do is flip a switch. They have all these, big computer systems, flip that switch, and it would just eliminate WEP and GPOs. And so the checks in February that go out should reflect that. But we don't know. We don't know what they're going to do. And there could be some, I'm sure there's going to be some oversight. They have to look into, they can't just have a computer just do everything. They're going to have to check some of this. And so that's where we could see a little slowdown. So we'll have to see. And you guys will let me know. So in the comments, let me know February. I'll give you guys the calendar for February when the payments should go out. You pretty much know when you're going to be receiving your payments. But let me know in the comments if you've received anything. Okay, so once we get closer to that time, and then I can share that with everyone else. It'll be much like back when I was talking about stimulus checks years ago, and that's what was happening. People were letting us know, you know what? The checks are starting to come because we're seeing it. Because we didn't have a specific date. They gave us a range, and so people were letting us know that the checks were going out. And so you guys can also do that in this situation. If your check goes out and you see an increase, then let me know, and then I can share that. And so the bottom line, I think when it comes to the monthly increases, it's a lot easier for them to get those out. When it comes to the retroactive, I think it's going to take a little bit more time. And I was reading an article, I believe it was in Newsweek. I'll do a video about this later, but they were talking to some of the experts, and some of these experts were saying that this is probably going to take a while. Now, I don't know if they were specifically talking about the retroactive pay or if they were talking about everything when it comes to the increase, because there are no real rules, okay? Basically, it was the elimination of WEP and GPO, that's all. Now, we know that this happened in the House through a discharge petition, which means it didn't go through committee hearings, and so they didn't really put together a plan. Usually, Congress will put together a plan just based on some of the experts and what they've been saying, but you didn't get that because it was a discharge petition, which means they just got enough votes in the House to force it to the floor. So Speaker Johnson didn't even bring this to the floor. So it was forced to the floor of the House, it was passed in the House, and then that put pressure on the Senate, and then the Senate went ahead without going through committee hearings. They went ahead and they passed it. And so we don't really have any rules that can be sent to the Social Security Administration so they can figure out how they're going to move forward. So we're just going to have to wait. But my hope is, I agree with R-Rod, my hope is that February, the increases will start showing up. Okay, so I want to show you this. This is coming from the Social Security Administration's website, and we're going to do some reverse engineering. Now, this calculation that they're using here, or calculator if you want to call it that, this is old. So this was back before when WEP and GPO was still a thing. And you see here, they put this note. It says information about the Social Security Fairness Act, WEP and GPO, the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GPO, will no longer reduce benefit payments. Okay, so they're showing you this here because they want you to understand that what we're looking at doesn't apply to the current situation. However, if we look at this, we can get some information. And so the first thing that we need to do is we need to punch in your pension amount. So let's say on average, your pension amount is about $3,000, okay? So all you need to do is see results here. And I did this earlier, so it's already populated, but it's showing you your benefit payments might be reduced by up to $613. So if we reverse engineer that, and if you didn't know like what your current reduction was and we reverse engineer it, the maximum that you would be seeing in an increase would be $613. Now, you could receive a little bit less than that, but that's just kind of giving you a ballpark of where you would be. And this is WEP, okay? The first part is WEP. Now we're going to look at GPO. Now, looking at GPO, let's say it's the same situation. Your pension is $3,000. You click See Results, and the information here is showing you that your benefit payments may be reduced by $2,000, okay? So in this situation, it's 2/3. And that's why when we're looking at WEP and GPO, generally people that fall under a GPO, and so people who had their benefits reduced as a result of GPO, they're going to probably see a higher increase. So spousal benefits or survivor benefits, they're going to see a little bit more. Because if you're taking $2,000, and the way that this, and let me show you this one more time so you can see, this is $2,000 reduction. So if you, let's say you qualify for spousal benefits, but it's only $1,500. Well, guess what? You're not getting anything when it comes to spousal benefits. On the other hand, let's say you qualify for spousal benefits and it's $2,100. Well, you would get $100. You're not going to get the $2,000. And so now that they've eliminated GPO, guess what? You're going to receive the full amount. So if it's $2,100 that you should have been receiving and you were only getting $100, now you're going to get $2,100. So that's a big shift in your Social Security benefits. And so I just wanted to show you that. I'll have this linked. It'll be in the comment section. It'll be pinned at the very top so you guys can take a look at this. But this should help you out a little bit. If you have no idea where you are, where you stand, then this should put you in the right area when it comes to your benefit increase. If you guys have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.